Welcome back to another episode of the Monroe Show, hosted by El Paso's funniest bros. Please enjoy and don't be a weenie.
Welcome to episode 98. We're here live at the Blazing Tree Brewery on the east side. East side of El Paso was good. My name is Ray Ruckus. Good morning, y'all. Happy Sunday. Say what's up over here.
What's up over here? This is Milo.
Mr. Doyer himself. Los Doyers.
I guess, bro. I got this. It's a long story. I don't talk about that. I go about sports.
Whatever. You're a super fan.
I'm a fair weather fan. This is Milo. Milo the Madman, John Gotti Maserati, El Gordo Ramsey. That was it. Piece of shit. Yeah.
Very good. What's going on? Good morning. Happy Sunday. This is Andrew, downtown Drew, 2-key Drewski. And if it ain't two, it ain't Drew. I always get tongue-tied with that one.
You always do.
Stop saying that.
But we are, like I said, we're live at Blazing Tree Brewery. If you want to introduce yourself, we have the owner of Blazing Tree Brewery, the founder, right?
No, I'm one of the owners.
One of the owners.
Yeah, I'm one
the founder.
I'm
the Godfather himself.
The Godfather.
Smallest one.
Let's give him a round of applause real quick. All right, if you want to introduce yourself real quick, give us a little rundown, and then we'll get into it, man.
All right, so my name is Fernie, and I'm one of the owners at Blazing Tree, one of the founders. We've been around since 2017, Blazing Tree. We originally started on the Rojas. It was a small little building, started with a small system. Actually, originally we started with a 15-gallon system. It was really just an experiment, and we wanted to see if it worked. Say, let's try some beers. And we had been brewing for about 4 years before we actually opened. The laws changed in Texas where brew pubs would be allowed to distribute beer. So, hey, they said, let's try it. And we were brewing at a cousin's house for quite a while. And then we said, hey, let's just open up. We opened up there at a warehouse. And it kind of just blew up.
Nice.
We were surprised. We opened with 4 beers. And, we were shocked. It was a small place, but, it blew up. And we were there for about 7 years, and then we decided that it was time to move so we could bring in a bigger system. So we went from a 15 to a 50-gallon, and now we are in about a 231-gallon system.
Oh, wow.
So
beautiful.
So it's a lot more that we can brew. So that's do you want to know about the history of Blazing Tree, how it came about?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
So, like I said, it was a bunch of cousins.
Bunch of beer lovers.
Yeah, beer lovers. And so we started making beer. Actually, my brother started brewing back in the 90s. There was a shop on the west side, and he was passing by one day. He saw, hey, there's some brewing stuff for him when we get some. So he bought it, and he started brewing, and I would kind of watch him brew. And he came up with some really good recipes back then. And, we would drink. He would make beer for holidays, and you'd see everybody all up, drunk on the. Actually, I ended up on the top of a car one time because I was so fucked up with the beer. But
nice,
we'll get
and
into
then
that later.
we stopped brewing, and then we started picking it up again, and just we brewed and brewed and brewed. We got our recipes together, and when we opened, because there was a bunch of cousins, and we were trying to figure out, hey, what's the name? What can we name it? And if you notice, these pictures back behind me is a reflection of the name. So the name comes from La Sierra Madre Occidental in Mexico, because from our maternal side, that's where our tias and our my mom grew up. My grandma was out there, and we would travel over there every year to visit. So it was like going back in time. So it was back in the early 80s. And then you would travel back there, and everybody was on horseback. It was like traveling back in time. And one of the times we were out there, my grandfather accidentally set a tree on fire. And, in the good old Mexican, because he was an old school Mexican guy. He's like, órale, cabrones, apagan ese árbol. So we're all like, hey, what the fuck? We're like, we got scared. And that image of that tree burning, was ingrained in our mind. And that's a story we would tell every year when we would get together for Christmas or whatever. Remember, yeah. So we were trying to figure out a name with the cousins. Hey, why don't we name it Burning Tree? So, oh, shit, all right. That sounds like a good name. Remember, the story. So, we attempted to call it Burning Tree, but the state said, no, you can't do that because there's already a drug and alcohol program in Dallas that has that name.
Oh, wow.
So like, oh, shit, you guys got to write them a letter and see if they'll let you use it. So I wrote them a letter and said, hey, look, guys, since you guys are a drug and alcohol program, we'll get them drunk, you dry them out, and we'll have mutual customers.
Hey, it's a win-win.
It's a win-win for us.
You help
huh?
each other out. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the best part.
No,
awesome.
but so we just came up with Blazing Tree, and have you guys heard of Blazing Saddles? Classic.
No, it's a movie, right?
So we were kind of concerned that people would mix it up with that, but it didn't work out. So that's what it ended up becoming named Blazing Tree.
That's cool, man.
Blazing tree.
I thought it came from the biblical allusion, the burning tree.
Yeah.
That's what I thought it came from.
Well, that's kind of what we felt when my grandpa set up that tree. So, it's God.
I'm just curious. Were you guys able to put the tree out?
Yeah, we were. Yeah,
You guys-
I know you
how'd
had
you
to
do
free
I
that,
just,
man.
I just picture you guys.
What?
bunch of
No,
kids
there
with
was a
pails of
little-
water and stuff.
Yeah.
Like in the Little
was.
Rascals.
Yeah,
Like
it
in the Little
was.
Rascals.
Yeah.
With a bucket of water and take everyone handing it.
Yeah, because like in
Forming a
that
line.
particular farm there, you see that little stream there?
Yeah.
So there was a lot of streams out there, and that's how we were able to do it, because
Oh,
we
wow.
just
Oh,
get
that's
the water
cool.
from the stream.
So
And
these
and
are
bring it.
actual photos.
These are actual photos
really
from that
cool. Is
area.
that you?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm the one wearing blue, and actually the guy next to me, he was our neighbor, because we would take everybody that wanted to go, as Mexicans, that's the
cool.
we can.
El Rancho.
And he's actually
That's
a big
so
border
awesome.
patrol guy in San Antonio now.
you don't have the picture of the actual tree?
No. We weren't that quick.
Weren't that
You have
quick.
to understand, we didn't have phones back then. It was
But when was this back? You said in the 80s?
this was probably late 70s, early 80s.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much like the rancho life, pretty much.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's one of the things that I always would hear people, growing up in elementary school. Oh, I'm going to the rancho. I went to the rancho.
Yeah.
Fui al rancho con mi papá, blah, blah, blah. And me, I was like, what's el rancho? Like, I never knew what that was, because growing up, we never had family in Mexico. I never have. I still haven't had, that I know family out there.
Right.
So it's like.
Well, we all do. I mean,
I don't know. I mean, maybe I
Traces.
do traces years ago, but like my parents were all born here. So like, I literally have no family out there.
oh wow.
So
You're
I was always-
American. You're
yeah,
American.
I was
You're
American.
Texan. Yeah, Texas,
Third
Texas.
generation and shit,
Chipotle,
at least.
Tell that to Trump,
There's
bro.
Jackson.
So that's what I'm saying.
Chipotle.
Like I never knew what the rancho life was. So that's why I always I thought it was being curious, seeing all the pictures. Like that's how it was.
cool,
It's
man.
cool.
Yeah. We would, they would get milk directly from the cows. We drink it. It tastes like shit, but they
Raw
would
eggs, fresh eggs.
They would actually kill, a cow when we'd go there celebrate. That sucks too, because if you ever tasted freshly killed cow,
It's not as great. Yeah.
No?
No,
pork,
it's not.
pork is good. Yeah,
The pork is
Fresh
pork
pork
is
is good,
good,
but not-
because that
not-
goes into the oil. But freshly killed.
Why? I wonder why.
What I heard is that you have to refrigerate it for a while.
Oh,
take the taste
okay.
out, but
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's
So no
weird.
matter how much seasoning you
Yeah.
use, it still has a weird taste to it.
That's crazy.
and then you feel guilty.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I would feel
Still
terrible. I would
feel
feel
it.
terrible.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I thought El Rancho was like Las Colonias and Juárez and shit. 'Cause that was the closest I ever got to going to El Rancho and shit.
Because you're eating the cow, and all their cow relatives are watching you eat the bread. Like, goddamn.
Just staring at you
You
like,
feel like shit.
They're eating Pablo over there, fucking
And
assholes.
you're looking at them. You're next.
Your next fucker. All right, so every episode we usually start off our guests, because they fill out a questionnaire with wild story, party story, anything they were part of. And I was thinking maybe if you could, I don't know if you want to talk about that story where you ended up on a car or something like that. I don't know if that could be it. I don't know if you want to do that or for something else you have in mind.
I mean, maybe if that's too personal.
Yeah,
No,
it's
no. Well,
personal,
it was a Thanksgiving day, and my brother had made that beer, and back then we weren't really good at gauging the alcohol content of the beer because it was homemade, and I can tell you it was a dark beer, and just drinking, having fun, enjoying it. Before you knew it, everything started spinning, and I ended up on the top of a car. And I remember my dad bringing me in, hey, ya métate, mijo, and I was all fucked up. And the next morning, I didn't know what the hell happened till they told me that
They
I was
recounted
on
it?
top of, yeah. They said, holy shit, really? So
like on the hood or on the actual roof?
it was a hood. It was a hood.
I know.
It was a hood.
I'm picturing on the,
It was a
car.
hood, yeah.
I was like, dang.
It was the
climbed
hood
up
of the
there.
car, and that was a crazy day.
It's like a great Thursday night, man.
Yeah, it was, dude. It was crazy.
and
crazy.
you said that was like a dark beer that you had?
It was a dark beer. I can't remember exactly what type it was, but it was a dark beer that my brother had come up with. It was really tasty.
All right. Am I still gonna bring you one too? Flight for you as well?
No, that's
No,
good.
you're
You guys
not gonna
can,
go?
you guys can have it.
All right. So since we are talking about the dark beer, you guys want to try the dark one that's on there?
Yeah,
It's called the Big Nuts Pecan Porter. That's your number one seller, right? That's
That's
Shout
one
out
of our
Al.
top beers.
Top
yes.
beers?
People
Shout out
like
Al,
it.
that's yours.
Yeah.
So it's a traditional English porter. It was actually created by one of the cousins. We use real pecans from local ranch here. So we try to use as many local ingredients as we can. But it's really, really tasty.
That's really good.
It smells really good. It
I'm not
smells
gonna lie,
very
it's really good.
It smells almost like caramel to me.
You know, there's some breweries that use extract to get the taste of the pecan, but what does a pecan really taste like? So we use pure pecans, no extract, and it's straightforward.
That's good.
Yeah, it's all in the
It tastes.
process.
It tastes like a handful of like nuez, like it's good.
like big nuts.
Is that who
those
named
are my
that?
favorite. Those are my absolute
Yeah,
favorite.
that's-
Did you name that one Big Nuts or who named that one?
I named that one because we're really bad
Nuts.
about naming our beers. So just call it Big Nuts because we use.
That's cool.
And
I
you
like that.
you take it from there. Whatever.
D's
you want,
nuts would have
whatever
been.
you- We were gonna use that, but it's like,
That one's really good. It almost tastes a little coffee-ish, not too much,
Yeah,
but
slightly.
just a slight.
Slightly.
It's good.
But it's all in the ordering because I tell the staff, make sure you want big nuts. So
That's a good one. I'm gonna start using that
Yeah.
one. Brother. I bet you want some.
get
some
us big nuts.
Get those big
Get us big nuts, compa.
Yeah,
I'm just
get
saying
it,
D's
big
nuts
okay.
would have been better. You want some of D's nuts?
That's good. It's good stuff.
Big nuts it's a really good beer for those of you. It's a porter.
It's a porter,
Diff-
pecan porter. Yes.
It does it leave you with that. You know how when you eat nuts, it gives you like a dry feeling in your mouth, like a
Yeah. Like hair in your mouth?
That's what. I'm not going there. Though.
It's either that or the cruda.
That's good. It's good. It has a really good flavor.
It's really.
What's something that people compare that with, like as far as snack or food, in your opinion?
Good.
Chocolate, coffee. I think that like a beer like this would go really good with a dessert. Also with any steak. It's great. Dark beers are always really good with steak. So
Okay.
steak, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
If you go to a ranch, kill a cow, eat your porter.
I said like a chocolate chiffon pie or something
There you
like
go.
to eat with that.
I don't really get into it because I like beer, period. I don't care if we eat it with them, but a lot of people ask me that.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I'm just let's fucking drink it.
yeah.
Deja jotear, güey, into it.
Just drink the big nuts, bro.
You can eat it with. You can pair it with anything.
That was
Really,
good. Man.
but yeah.
You can pair it with, never mind.
We're just trying to look out for your palate, bro.
See some nose nachos, but never mind.
What was one of your I guess original recipes that you came up with?
The
Not helping anybody else.
The peanut butter brown ale.
That's all you.
That was me. I came up with that. I did a lot of research on that before we actually did it because I was going around and a lot of brewers would tell me, no, you can't mix peanut butter with a brown ale. And I've always liked brown ales. I don't know what it is. The brown ale, the original of the brown ale is extract from the stout beer. So that's how they came up with the brown ale. Specific, the English brown ale. So our brown ale is an original English brown ale that we happen to put Jiffy peanut butter on.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
And there was reasoning behind it because what do Mexicans like? What do we like? Peanut butter.
Yeah.
Mazapan, peanut butter, all that stuff. So I say, hey, that's maybe one way to get people off the Bud Light.
Yeah.
So it became one of the more popular beers for us is the peanut butter brown ale. And so that was one the original that I came up with.
That's cool.
That was one of the OGs as well. Like
It was the original four. The pecan
Is that one
porter.
that won an award?
I don't know if she served it.
So we have a peanut butter,
Oh, no,
big nuts,
no.
pecan porter, Mandarin IPA, butt naked.
No.
Excuse me, butt
We'll
naked.
get-
It's butt naked.
we'll
Yeah.
get
Butt
some
naked into my way. Okay.
Yeah.
No, definitely.
The other original was a Mandarin IPA. That's the second one from the
let's
pecan
try
porter.
that
that
one.
one.
let's go ahead and get into that one.
Smell it. Give it a little.
I'm gonna cleanse my palate.
That's an IPA, and it's got mandarin peels with it.
Yeah, when
The
you
way we
smell
make
it, it smells very citrusy. You can smell it. It's like a fresh peel.
Smells like
It smells fresh.
it's a very familiar smell.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Like when you peel the orange, that the like the white part. That's what it
That
reminds me.
little mist type of
Like when you peel butt cheeks and shit, and you get that mist.
the mist of the orange.
his butt cheeks.
when it gets in your eyes or what?
That's actually not bad. It's not too strong.
It's
Oh, it's not strong at all. And I'm be straightforward with you. I'm not a big fan of IPAs.
Yeah,
That's not strong at all.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of them either. but
it's not strong. It's good. It tastes like summer.
You think so?
That's what she tastes like.
No, not summer. The girl. Would.
Is that kind of like yeah? It could be kind of like a summer
Like
beer.
a-
Could
Yeah,
consider?
It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it's refreshing,
No.
bro. Is what I want to say. It has a refreshing.
Yeah.
the thing about IPAs, they're still very popular. I was shocked that they're popular.
I know.
Yeah, man.
Because we went to the Great American Beer Festival last year, and I was hoping that the favor for the IPAs had diminished, but it's still very, very popular
Yeah.
out there, especially among the white community. It's very popular.
Where was this at again?
The Great American Beer Festival in Colorado.
Colorado.
They hold that every year.
Oh, nice.
And we went out there to, experience it, and they've got hundreds of beers available, and you get to sample every beer. So by the time you're done, you're pretty well done.
Nice.
You end up on top of a homeless person in downtown Denver,
That's a typical Thursday night for me now.
and they don't speak English
Oh, shout out to Denver homeless.
Don't go
or
Milo.
Spanish, so I don't know where they're from.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
Milo
from over there.
Milo will end up inside of homeless person.
No, if I put my card right, they'll end up inside of me.
Terrible.
So they're from over there, like from where you're from?
No.
All right. So you want to talk more about that?
About what?
About the thing in Colorado?
Yeah, I mean, if we can. How does that? Is it like just a big competition?
It's a big competition. It's
vendors everywhere.
Vendors everywhere. You have the Great American Beer Festival competition. It's very tough. We think that it's a little biased because if you don't have a tent or you don't rent a space, you're not as likely to win medals. So that's the one we kind of don't like. The U.S. Beer Festival, where we won the medals we were talking about, the 4 medals that you see there.
Yeah.
You don't get to attend that. You send it, they judge it, and then you get answers.
Oh,
it's very
okay.
political. I see it. I mean, I hate to say it here on this, but that's what we noticed.
Yeah.
But it's still awesome experience to go because you get to meet some of the rock and roll guys from the brewing industry. They're there, and the popular guys like the guy from Dogfish, Sam Calone.
Oh,
he's
nice.
there.
Cool.
Sam Adams guy sometimes attends them. So you get to meet some people if you're lucky, if you're there at that time. But it's a great experience. It's fun. Lots of people. So, it's a great gathering of the brewing community in the United States.
Very nice.
And is that where you got those awards from?
No, this award is from the U.S. Open Beer Championships. It's the second largest beer contest in the United States. They get
Nice.
about 2,000 to 3,000 entries every year. And I think we're the only original Paso brewing company that has won from that contest, other than Jackson's. I don't know if you guys remember.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
know
that was like the
Jackson's,
original brewery.
I
no?
do
Yeah,
remember
that's what people consider
Jackson's
it.
on Airway.
Yeah, it's not Famous Dave's in
Yeah,
West
I don't know.
Texas.
I don't know if you can
Yes.
confirm it, but I've heard recently that Jackson's was considered the first brewery here in El Paso.
It was the first of that type. There was a restaurant brewery, but El Paso does have origins in brewing from the 1930s.
Oh, wow.
I can't recall the
Bootleggers?
brewery.
Right.
Other than that, yeah, there was an actual brewery down on Piedras area. You could still see some of the remnants. left
Someone's
over.
Oh, no
on.
way.
Yeah.
Do you know where by?
Piedras and the freeway in that area there.
Oh, no way.
Crazy.
I can't remember the name of the brewery, but
I had no idea.
yeah.
Wow.
So Jackson's was probably with the
First brew
probably
pub?
brew pub.
Okay.
But at the time that Jackson's was around, they still didn't allow brew pubs to distribute. So, and then it just lost favor because at one point, they actually won a gold medal at the Great American Beer Festival for their Chihuahua Brown.
Oh,
it
very
was
nice.
really good.
Chihuahua
It was-
Brown.
It was really good. Of course, at that time, the competition wasn't as big as it is now. So it's a lot harder to win now because there's just so many
So many applicants.
so many competitors.
I wonder what happened. I wonder what happened why they closed down.
I think they just lost customers and it just closed down because I know they had opened a second site down the road here.
Oh, that's right.
That's right, yeah.
Where the
Carlos
Carlos
and
Mickey's is now? Yeah.
And then they had one on the west side where Angry Owl is.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
had three
true.
locations. They had 3 locations. And but the only place they brewed was on Airway. And in fact, Gabe from Deadbeat, you guys have heard of Deadbeat?
Yeah, we know.
Yeah,
Gabe.
Gabe.
He was one of the brewers there. the
Oh, no
assistant
way.
brewer there, yeah.
Oh, wow.
John P. He's that's what they know him as.
Yeah.
And that's probably why that Chihuahua Brown sounds familiar, because doesn't Dead Beach have something like that?
They have a Chihuahua.
That's
Brown
probably
too.
his,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Wow.
So John P. He was their brewer there. He's the one that won the medals. I think he's about to open a brewery downtown.
Oh, wow,
cool.
nice.
So that's we've had some breweries close, and we've had some come up. Like Ode was one of the originals.
Oh, that's right. I remember Ode. I still have the growler from there.
Yeah. They went down.
By UTEP? Yeah.
I forgot about Ode.
Ode had some good food too.
Did they?
Yes,
Yeah, they did.
They had excellent food. Very good. That's what we were trying to match here at Blazing Tree.
Well, let's
Yeah.
get into Blazing Tree, man.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the medals.
Yeah, let's talk about the medals,
Tell us how
actually.
what beer you won gold in.
So it's the Celtic Knot. It's a English style stout, and it's a hearty dark beer. Think of what's the famous Guinness style. So it's a little bit on the sweet side. So it's a beautifully, wonderfully tasting beer. The great thing about stouts, they're easy to make, but they're easy to make. The ingredients aren't that difficult if it's a straight stout. But in your process, if you don't do it well, it's gonna be pretty rotten tasting beer
Mm.
because you
So
might
it's
go
easy
too
for it to
dark,
go
you might
sideways.
go too bitter, you might go. And so I think we got the right match there. Adrian, who happens to be my son-in-law and one of the partners in the business, he's really good because he really gets into the science. That guy could do a formula for you. Wow. He's very scientific. That guy is amazing with what he does. For him to be able to produce the beers that you're tasting today, going from a 50-gallon system to the new system we have, is incredible. What he's done with these beers.
So he's
you're
like the
tasting.
head.
He's the head brewer in a sense. We have Charlie also.
Shout out to Charlie.
His cousin. Yes, he's the head brewer, but Adrian oversees that operation.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you said is it difficult to go from a 50-gallon system to a 230?
It is difficult. It's not easy because you'd have to do the scaling. You have to know the mathematics for it. You know, we do have a software for it, but you still have to make sure it's correct.
Okay.
And he's done an excellent job with it. I'm very proud. I'm very proud of the beers that we're coming up with.
That's a lot of responsibility, man.
and they're replicating the original taste. So for him to be able to do that,
That's
I have a
awesome.
lot of respect for him.
That's great.
That's awesome. I'm sure he loves it. I'm sure he's passionate about it.
Oh,
That's one common thread I've noticed.
He is OCD, man. It better be correct, and he'll be no, not ready. Come on, fuck, just do it.
We want some beers.
You
already.
can't rush these things, man.
But
can't rush greatness.
He's really good, and Charlie, our brewer with him, is also very, very good at what he does.
Nice. Hell yeah, that's cool. This one, dude, I finished that Mandarin already.
Yeah, I know.
Surprised. I don't like IPAs. I've never really been an IPA guy. Shout out to my boy Matt. He knows that I hated IPAs since I was young, but I guess I'm growing up now. My taste buds are changing.
You got some hair on your
I
chest.
I got some hair on my chest.
Actually, as you get older,
Balls
the
drop.
palate does change.
Yeah,
that's
it
why
does.
That's what a lot of teenagers don't drink a lot of beer. They'll drink it just to get drunk, but not the taste of it.
Yep.
So I was drinking Smirnoffs when I was 18.
So I started drinking vodka when I was a teenager, man.
TJ Swan back then in the day. I was like, yeah.
Did you used to party back in Juarez back in the day?
Well, yeah, we would go party at Juarez. It was a thing to do. But me and one of the cousins that originally started the brewery, we would travel to Ruidoso every year and stay there for a week. And I had an old police car that I had bought at an auction, and we would go in that police car and we'd load it up with beer. I would take beer, he would take TJ Swan, and we would, we'd stay there for a whole week. He'd sleep in the front seat, I'd sleep in the back seat, and we just, we'd be eating
Deer.
steaks for breakfast and cornflakes for dinner. And,
Nice.
And one time we got so messed up because we started drinking early, and I get up, I'm all messed up, what the hell? And I see him by the stream knocked out with a bottle of TJ Swan.
No
I
way.
said, "Hey, Fred, get up! What the heck? Get
What
up!"
the hell?
Yeah, it was crazy. We would be there for a whole week at what's it, Bonito Lake area?
Yeah, Bonito Lake.
Yeah, we'd be there. So that's where we would party. But at that time, he hadn't developed the beer pellet yet, so he would drink the TJ Swan.
What is that?
I know, I've never heard of
TJ
that.
Swan was
Kind of like an MD 2020?
Started, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, sort of like that.
Like a Mad Dog.
Boone's Farm
Boone
type thing.
Farm,
Okay.
all those, yeah.
Those sweet.
Oh,
fucking-
okay.
It was sweet, yeah.
There, I remember I would drink the Boone's Farm like in 7th grade. It was nasty. I didn't know what it was, but I mean, my friend's mom would buy us some and we would just drink. That shit was nasty though.
I just got flashbacks to MDs.
The MD 2020s.
MDs,
Dude,
bro.
I saw a recent post. Some millennial, I'm assuming, because he was right around our age. He made a post and he was talking about MD 2020s. Did I say? I shared it with you.
I think you
guys.
shared it with us.
I shared it with you guys. He's like talking about like, man, these kids don't know. These kids don't know.
Yeah, back then it was
We all
keg
have
parties.
Cake
We have
parties, yeah.
Cake parties,
Horror
the keggers.
stories about those MD 2020s. But
Well, remember Google's? He just posted that thing about Tequila Derby. That
was
Charlie. Or no, was that his name?
Luis.
The bartender out there.
Yeah, he posted an image of a couple of bartenders from the Tequila Derby.
Really?
Yeah, and it's just brought like memories.
Are they
Everybody
still
was
open or are
commenting.
they still around?
No,
I've been to
they're
120
done.
years or something.
Oh, it's done.
That's been gone for years, huh?
It's been gone for years.
I think they
and-
knocked down most of them. Most of
Yeah?
the bars out there.
Really?
And the
Dang.
what is it, the Pronav? Is that what they called it? No.
Oh, I don't remember.
Is that what they called it? No.
I don't know what the hell they called it.
No idea.
I think our generation was the last generation that really got to experience that, man.
Yeah.
Because like the younger kids obviously didn't.
No, and it's scary to go over there.
Yeah, and I
It
wouldn't.
may not come back.
Yeah.
Dude,
Exactly.
I still to this day I really don't want to go.
Yeah.
The last time I went with
Oh,
him.
that's right.
We
Yeah.
took our my wifey and his wifey.
We went day
And,
drinking, right?
Yeah, we went day drinking. We're celebrating my girl's birthday.
That's
And,
right.
yeah,
It's
that
been
was
a
the
couple
last time
years.
We went, man.
Was that before COVID or after?
It was pre-COVID.
Pre-COVID, right?
It was pre-COVID.
Man, it's been a minute, huh?
Yeah, that's crazy.
We used to have our routine. You go to Hard Times, drink a yarda there, then go to the Copa Dads. And,
Yep.
And then there was street fighting after that. And it was crazy.
And then a hot dog to end the night.
By the hot dog vendor.
Let's see who would get fined for peeing in the street. And then you go, a mordida, here you go, let us go. And
I remember
it was crazy, man.
I remember there was a stand
sure.
like kind of by the Derby and then Reno's and then like maybe a block away to the right, kind of by the masajes.
By the masajes.
Yeah, masajes, yeah.
There was a hamburger
Oh my
vendor,
God.
bro. They straight up sold. Remember? we
Yes,
would go,
dude, yes.
dude. Remember those burgers were so
fire,
delicious,
dude.
dude.
Yes, dude.
But then I would always make the joke. I was like, damn, what kind of meat is this? Because it didn't taste like beef. It was like horse meat or something. I swear it was.
It's
close.
really
Es
good. Perro.
swear it was-
Es perro, güey.
But those fucking burgers were so
Fire,
good.
güey.
I don't remember the name of the place or what. How to get there is all drunk as fuck. Walking around make a right here, past this alley.
Juarez is very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that Hard Times bar, there was a guy there, and it was a bar, but they sold tortas. And behind the guy, the bartender was like a 6'5" albino Mexican.
What the hell?
It was crazy.
That's badass.
Yeah, it was like, hey, could I have a torta? And he was
Fucking like
fucking make
All pissed.
todo enojado. Yeah, it's like,
Yes,
hey,
motherfucker. I'm at my job. Fucking.
Chimposo.
he wouldn't even
Yeah.
he wouldn't
Sí,
even
like,
wash
okay,
his hands and shit.
Yeah, no. Para darle sabor.
That's hilarious.
Or the torta guy.
Le caliento el pan.
He's all flabby.
Con cebolla, sin cebolla. Sin cebolla, sin cebolla.
That's
Pues ese
nasty.
brazo.
Hey, cebollas up here and sin cebollas behind the knee. Oh, bro.
You went too
And
far,
then
bro.
The famous torta guy there. You get out. You want tortas or whatever they had. Who knows what it was, but it was damn good.
Hey, it hit the spot, right?
Yeah, it hit the spot,
Hit the
man.
spot. That's
Yeah.
all that matters.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I wanted to go back to the peanut butter because I want to ask how do you
peanut
guys,
butter.
Yeah, how do you guys peanut butter?
La peanut butter.
How do you guys
Peanut butter.
incorporate like that? Like when you brew it, you actually throw peanut butter in there. Like,
We
how
use
does
a
the
Jiffy
process
peanut
go?
butter. We've actually reached out to Jiffy, see if they'd be willing to collaborate or something. They haven't answered, but we do use peanut butter, real peanut butter, in what's called the mash part of the beer. The process, the mashing part, I shouldn't say it, but is where the sugars or the grains is extracted and turned into the liquid. That eventually ends up being the beer.
Okay.
So it's usually an hour process, depending on what beer you do, and so we add the peanut butter there. It's a messy beer, but I think it's a very good beer.
Yeah, I tried that peanut butter one is really good. I also tried the pumpkin one that when Adrian just brought it out
Yes.
this week. I tried it fresh out. Dude, it was good.
So-
I don't like pumpkin. You know, I don't really like pumpkin.
Yeah.
I
don't?
smelled it. Nah, not too much. Gotta have it like very little, but it was really good though.
Got some
It's
pumpkin
light.
pie in the car if you want some.
Hook me up, dog.
That's a very good pumpkin beer.
It really is. It really is.
BJ's Brew House, if you guys have been there,
Yes.
they have an excellent pumpkin too, and I think ours is very comparable to that. And I'm not just saying because it's us, but Adrian.
I
did
wanted to
an excellent-
try.
That's cool.
What was it that I wanted to try on Friday?
The honey heft.
The honey heft.
Yeah.
But you guys ran out of
Yeah,
that.
we sold
It
that.
popped. Yeah, that one's good though. That one's one
I
of my
didn't get
favorites.
to try it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I guess that's
Let's-
a popular one.
Let's try one of these because I like the Iway.
Iway.
Iway. NEIPA. What is that?
Iway.
Is that the New England IPA?
That is the New England Hazy IPA.
What does that mean exactly? The New England, like what is that?
So those
If you wanna
originate in the
explain it to us.
New England area of the United States. And it's a hazy IPA because they skip one of the process where the beer ends up being hazy. They don't filter it. So that's why it's a that's where it comes in. So there's a long-standing competition in the United States between West Coast and East Coast IPAs. So
That's not what I pictured.
Iway.
That's not what I pictured.
yeah,
It's not strong either, right?
It's-
Oh no,
it's not
it's nowhere near what I pictured. It was something completely different. That's crazy.
yeah.
Wow,
I guess that's why I call it Iway, right?
Describe it.
Yeah,
Like,
Iway. Yeah.
like Iway is drinkable.
Yeah, no.
Like,
yeah.
It's actually, I mean, for lack of a better term, like milky, if that makes sense.
It tastes like I could throw back
It's a
about
special
like,
ingredient. No, just
Yeah.
kidding.
I could throw back like about
my favorite.
Hell yeah.
6 pints of these.
Actually, yeah, man.
Yeah, it's a low alcohol, and a lot of the New England IPs are going to have that pungent, strong hop flavor to
The
it,
hop,
like the
yeah.
West Coast. The
It
West
What
Coast are
would you
really strong.
recommend a snack or food with this one?
With that one?
A burger?
A burger.
A burger.
is
I would say
fine.
something like
Maybe
ceviche.
chips, maybe
Maybe
Yeah,
ceviche.
chips.
ceviche.
Oh, dude,
Onion rings.
dude. Yeah, ceviche with that. I don't know
Yeah,
if
there
this
you
is,
go. There
I
you
don't know if this is blasphemy or not, but like,
No.
dude, that would go hard with like michelada.
Dude,
Oh, it
anything
would.
goes.
It
Anything
really
goes.
would.
Anything goes.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
I actually would go really hard with like
You're not-
limon and sal.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. Not gonna lie.
Some brewers
It's
can be
really
very late, but anything goes.
Yeah.
Anything goes.
Okay. Let me ask you this then. Let's say for the average Tío in El Paso that puro pinche Bud Light or puro Miller Light or Michelob, whatever
Stuck in his ways.
like what would be a good way, a good transition for you to kind of like open their eyes to the craft world, I guess?
I think the blonde beer.
A blonde beer?
Because that's probably the least pungent and it's very flavorful. We have one that's called the War Boots. It's a British, what is it called? It's a British style beer too. It's very light. So I would go light, and then from there you go on. Like my dad's 85 years old, Coors guy. Since we were kids, he loves the blonde.
Yeah, he's a sweet man.
that-
He's always in here with his botanas.
that's
He's like,
that's
"Get unas
actually what I
botanas,"
had
and he hooks
on,
up with a beer, dude.
on
Yeah.
Friday.
That's what we're drinking Friday.
We were
Yeah,
drinking
that was pretty
the blondes on Friday.
The Blondie
pretty good.
Monroe, right?
They were really
Yeah, blonde.
good.
Monroe, yeah.
Where did that one come from? The
They were
Blondie
so
Monroe, was
good.
it from Marilyn Monroe? Or-
Yeah, well, actually, he named it, my dad,
Oh.
because he would like it so much. And like I said, at the beginning, we weren't very creative with our names. And he's like, well, llámale la Blondie Monroe.
Nice.
Yeah.
But that's cool because it had some backstory to it. You know,
Yeah.
like some personal backstory to it.
And that's funny because on Friday when he asked me, like, "Hey, did you name the Blondie Monroe?" I was like, "Oh, just like I wish I did."
I
was
know,
like,
I was
nah.
like,
Wait,
yeah.
this is a Bro
Name
Monroe.
this?
You know what I mean? The Blondie Monroe, Bro Monroe. Yeah, that's what he asked me. I was like, "Nah, dude." I was like, "I wish." I was like, "That was already been here." So
It was really good.
Yeah.
It went down really good, smooth and stuff. So
I like these big nuts really a lot.
yeah,
Hey, let's try this. Let's try this.
Hey,
Last
if you
one.
want some more big nuts, we'll give you some more.
Oh, this one right here, the
He'll
butt
be in
naked.
he'll be in at 12.
Ahí.
He'll be in that 12.
¿Quién es el negrote?
Pues ya sabes, mijo. The butt naked. What is this? Is it an IPA as well?
It's a pale ale.
A pale ale.
Pale ale is should be less pungent or less hoppy than a traditional IPA. So,
It smells a little light. It smells good.
yeah, and they tend to be a little sweeter too.
It smells
So
way less.
the IBUs, which is how we measure the bitterness of the hops, is usually less.
butt naked.
Yeah.
Butt naked.
Actually, I like that one better than the Mandarin.
Yeah, you guys got to take off your shirts when you drink that.
Is that what happens? You get butt naked when you drink a couple of these? Or?
I was
Exactly.
gonna say,
You'll-
drink a 12-pack of this and then end
You'll
up
end up butt naked on the hood of a car.
Hell yeah.
You were butt naked.
Damn.
But you get that.
I'm not gonna
so
lie.
hairy.
This is really good. Not what I imagined. Like I was expecting something, you know, like a little,
Yeah,
but
more like the Mandarin.
But yeah, out of these, I'm a big porter guy and stout. So this, the big nuts so far has been my favorite from this flight.
Yeah,
And I think people have to understand that, and I hope they get it in El Paso, that when you come to a local brewery, you're getting freshly made beer.
yeah.
And
No,
you could-
what you're getting at the store has already been old.
Yeah.
So you get to get, it's like tasting tamal that just cooked. As opposed to buying
That's
this
a good
is
way to put
exactly
it.
what you're
That's a
getting here.
really
You're
good way to
getting
put it.
freshly made beer. And it hasn't been on the market that long because a lot of times the beers that you buy somewhere, they might have been in the shelf for 3 months.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and that's where a lot of people aren't used to, here in El Paso at least, to the freshly made beer. So it's like when, this is the comparison I make, when Starbucks first came into El Paso, a lot of people in our culture here were really into it. It took a while.
Right.
Because they weren't used to tasting good coffee. They were used to the shitty instant coffee.
Yeah.
So a lot of people had a hard time with it. Now look at where it's at.
Starbucks
There's
everywhere now.
Dutch Brothers and all those coming in. So they've cornered the market. So this is the same mentality here. It's they're a little bolder than you would get your Bud Light or any other breweries out there you get at Walmart or wherever you buy them, but they're freshly made. And a lot of these beers are made with local ingredients.
Yeah.
Like our honey heft that you mentioned earlier, it's made with a honey from the Ceballos honey
Oh,
farm. in
nice.
Fabens.
Very nice. In Fabens,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, in Fabens. Yeah.
Wow, that's
Yeah, they've been
awesome.
very supportive of us, and
So
we
you-
use the product
You say you use local ingredients. So you say you use the honey from here, the pecans from here.
from here. Yeah.
What else do you use from here?
Grains,
Grains, right, as well?
the what?
Some of the grains?
The grains, you can't get those local.
Okay.
You have to order it. But any adjuncts, anything that we can get, like the mandarins we buy from local
Oh, nice.
Oriental shops here, anything that we can get locally, we're gonna get locally. Even if it might cost a little bit more, but we kind of see the quality is a little better.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, so,
That's awesome, man. That's
so
cool.
we really make that effort to support local.
That's always great.
That's beautiful.
What's one message you have for all the beer drinkers in El Paso?
Well,
as
I
far
think-
as with craft beer, local
I
breweries.
really hope that the El Pasoans are willing to open their palate to something different, something fresh, rather than the typical beer they get at Walmart or or out of the
gas
restaurants.
stations, yeah.
I think it's real important to give it a try because, you know, people like to party and get fucked up, but really breweries aren't that type of atmosphere. It's for, you know, tasting, having a good time.
Exactly.
Enjoying the taste.
Yeah.
Enjoying the taste of these beers.
Mhm.
And not only that, but the heart that goes into making these beers.
Yeah.
You know, you get a guy like Adrian that throws his heart into it, make sure, you know, we think about our customer. We want, you know, the best thing that I like to see when I come in is watch people drinking and tasting the beer. Like you guys right now, I'm having a, man, I had a blood in my pants here watching you guys. Like, whoa, I gotta go change. I'm having an highway moment here.
Yo también. Yo también tengo esos moments.
There you go. There you go.
That's awesome.
Let's go to the hood.
Hell yeah. Let's go to hood
But,
cars.
So, you know, and I think one of the things that Texas, I always say, that's the way I say Texas, is, you know, they're really pushing to help breweries grow in Texas. So that there's been a lot of help there with Texas being more open to breweries, and it's becoming a big industry. Like if you go to Austin, there's a brewery in every corner.
Really?
That's what amazes me. Yeah, I've gone to many breweries, and like I was saying earlier, we were talking that, you know, in Austin you go in, there's no air conditioning, they have fans going, but it's packed.
That's wild, man.
And it's
That's
so humid
wild.
out there, it's
And
even worse.
it's
And people
humid,
still
it's-
hang out there.
And they're
that's
there,
the wildest
or
part.
there's no shade, and they're out there in the sun burning, and you know they're white people and they're red, so you get blinded by the light. And it's crazy, but you know, as opposed to here, and I don't mean to put down El Paso,
No,
but,
definitely not.
But here, you know, we're used to that 75 degrees. If it goes 70, está muy calor, que chingada voy a ir ahí.
No?
Yeah, man.
No, está mucho sol. You know, we don't like it.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's the hard part is getting people to buy in. And then we added our food component because my idea here was that I wanted to have a menu that was comparable to our quality of making beer. So we hired Chef Ryan, who's an excellent chef. He's put out a beautiful menu, and you know,
Yes,
had
he
some
has.
of the
He really
items.
has.
It's really tasty, but just getting the word out has been really hard to tell people, look, come try
Yeah.
this awesome menu. Really,
Something
really
different.
good. Something different. So we're trying to bring it to that higher level. You know, we've been accused of, it feels like a restaurant, not like a brewery, but it's really what you make it.
Exactly.
You know,
No, this is a great
No,
brewery. Every
definitely brewery.
time, you know, the one of the things that I've, you know, because I work here part time, like I said, I've heard some customers who walk in, or like even friends, like, dude, I feel like I'm not in El Paso. I feel like I'm out of town.
Yeah.
This is not El Paso. Like, this is great. I love the atmosphere. I love the aesthetics of it. And I'm like, dude, wait till you try the actual food and the beers. Like, your mind's gonna be blown.
Yeah.
And that's and then afterwards I'll get their feedback. Oh, this is amazing. You know, compliments to the chef. You know, the brewer, and I'm like, yeah. And then if they're here, I'll give them a shout out, whatever. But yeah, that's what I've heard people say is this is not El Paso. They say as soon as they step foot in here, it's completely different. I'm
and
like,
that
exactly.
And that was the goal. We wanted to create an atmosphere where you feel like you're out of town.
Mm.
Hey, El Pasoans can't afford to go out of town. Just kidding. But you can feel like you're out of town.
No, the ones that
El
are
Paso's
the
are-
ones that love
Shots fired. Shots fired.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
Where's the
No,
no, but
Pasos
there
have big
are-
expectations with no money. Just kidding. Just kidding.
No, there's a lot of people that do
Jokes, baby.
staycations in El Paso. A lot of people that do staycations.
Which is
So,
great.
yeah,
Which
it's
is great, you know.
So, you know, support local.
We got a
yeah.
great patio with no TVs because they stole them. But hey,
Shut up, really?
yeah, they stole all our TVs.
Dude,
we had 7 TVs out
I
there,
heard
bro.
about that.
Yeah, dude.
Explain that real
I
quick.
was
'cause-
tripping out because we were smoking a cigarette on Friday, and I was in awe of like your spacious patio. It's really nice. And then I saw the brackets on the wall. I'm like, oh man, I wonder what happened to these TVs.
That's
Like,
when you know you're no Paso.
Yeah, they never caught the motherfuckers.
So what?
Yeah.
From what I heard, I don't know if this is true, but they were snagged between the opening, right? Between the
they-
transition
yeah.
or something like that.
We
What
actually-
happened? If you want to talk
Well,
about
it was
real quick.
That's terrible.
We showed up one day and hey, the TVs are gone. We're like, what the hell? I think there was 2 that are left. We still have those, but I guess it was a rainy night because they actually left their footprints on the bar area on the
No
side.
way.
Yeah, where they were
What?
good on. Yeah, and it's funny because
snap.
we're at the other location. We're there almost 6-7 years. It was hidden where they could easily break in. Nothing ever
but
happened.
never got vandalized.
Never got vandalized. Nothing ever happened.
That's
Wow.
wild.
Because we're raw. You guys are raw over here on the east side, bro.
And then you're right off of
Yeah.
you're right off of
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, dude.
You guys are thug.
Hey, this isn't 2.5, is it?
It's 3.6.
Oh, 3.6 already?
3.6
But
Mafia,
Dude.
bro.
we're right off of Mountwood in front
then
of Chico's Tacos.
We would
I have
have
no idea where
homeless
I'm at.
guys.
The people would be here. The homeless people.
Homeless guys would still they would take shits back there.
No
Damn.
way.
I'm not kidding. Yeah, I have actually have a picture. You want to see it? No, I'm just kidding.
We'll put it right now.
post it up later.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
That's
dude.
crazy.
Nobody they're telling me the East Side's not hood anymore.
No, but the patio is nice though. There's
It's
turf out
spacious.
there.
It's
It's very
spacious.
spacious. The windows open up. You know, there's misters out there. There's fans. So it's cool.
And
It's
I really
nice.
like the location. It's a really great location.
It feels like it's centralized, right?
Yeah, dude, it does. It does.
Well,
Oh, for the
for
east
y'all,
side.
for y'all,
For the east
Yeah,
side.
Texans.
for y'all Texans. It took me 25 minutes to get here.
Central. Baby.
Oh yeah. Montana all the way.
Actually, I came through. Where did I come?
Just kidding.
I was like, where did I
Aquí
come
en el
through?
freeway
I'm
porque
pretty sure
se me
you
caen
did.
las llantas.
I came through McRae for some reason.
Okay.
Yeah,
It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. I'm exaggerating.
Why didn't you pick me up then?
Well, you stopped answering my fucking text, you piece of shit.
All right, Freddie. So let me ask you, what is your what are your top maybe 3 breweries out of town? Like your out of town breweries that you kind of find inspiration. You like their whatever, their food, whatever drinks, atmosphere, whatever it is.
Yeah,
What are your
that-
top? Maybe 1 or 3, whatever you want.
There's a brewery called Salas Brewing in Austin.
Okay.
Great atmosphere, great beers. There's a brewery it's called Jester King Brewing in Austin, outside of Austin, and it's like a goat farm
Oh, nice.
out there. Yeah, it's in there's no inside, everything's outside.
Okay.
And they have
beer too?
They have a massive. Well, they have their brewing area where they brew, but where you sit, it's like a massive patio. They have little kiosks where you buy your beer, but everything's outside. And so they have it's like a park. It's beautiful, and their beers are excellent. They're known for their sour beers, but that's another really, really, really good brewery out there. And there's been countless. I used to really enjoy going to, I don't know if you guys have been to Las Cruces Breweries.
I was about to say, like, we have so many in Las Cruces.
There's
too.
about 4 or
And-
5, which is
Yeah.
And
embarrassing.
Ruidoso as well. But
and they're very good.
It's embarrassing because we should have a lot more than they have. But High Desert Brewing is probably the OG in this area, in the greater area of Paso. They've had some great. I don't know if they're still open. I know they had a fire, but they had good food, and they also had very good beer. Very good beer. So if you ever get a chance, go out there. Icebox out there in Las Cruces is also very,
Icebox.
very, very good.
I can't remember.
High Desert's where?
Huh?
High Desert is where?
Is in Las Cruces
Cruces
also.
también? Okay.
I can't remember the names of the ones we went to, but we did like a little, like a
Dude,
day
remember?
Trip. We did
Remember
like a
that
day
time?
trip, and we went out to we bar hopped to the local.
what was that
breweries
one
there.
that was kind of
I
like a
can't
little
remember
nice
the
strip
names.
center? It was a small but like very narrow spot. They had some really good stuff there.
I can't
Ah,
remember.
it was by the
And
university.
It was so long. It was a long time ago, right?
That was a fun time, yeah.
But I mean, it was
I had my
cool
little green
we-
car back then because
Yeah,
Red was in my back seat.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
I drove him out there.
Ridos
I
also.
have, my
has-
invitation got lost in the mail. I guess.
Riadoso. We went recently to the pizza, the one that's
Nah,
pizza.
the one with the
Cloud
pizza.
Crowd.
Yeah, that one's good.
Oh yeah, I've been to that one. That was pretty
Yeah,
good.
that one was really good.
I went with that one with Red as well. That one's good.
And there's one in that area that's way out there in the little town where was that famous gunslinger from this area?
Billy the Kid.
Billy
Billy
the
the Kid area there. I forgot the name of the
John Wesley
brewery.
Harding.
Yeah. So that's another brewery there. Not very good, but just the ambiance. So,
Okay.
but if you ever get a chance, Austin has some great breweries. Fredericksburg.
That's the one I was gonna ask you about. There's a famous one in Fredericksburg that
yeah,
we went to. I can't remember the name of it. What was the name?
Well, we would sell it here.
Allstar.
Altstadt.
That's what it was.
Beautiful.
That one's got
beer.
some great beer. They got some great beer there.
Really?
Yes, I went there. I've been there several times. We went there recently because my daughter's at UT Austin. So
Oh, nice.
we went out there. I mean, again, when you taste it here, because we would sell it here. I don't know if you remember, but you get it there. It's just a way different taste. So Altstadt, if you get a chance, Fredericksburg is a great brewery to go to, and they've won many awards, by the way.
Very nice.
Yeah. So again, you when you taste that, you see the hard work that goes into it. So locally, we have some good breweries too. I think El Paso, for being such a the brewing industry is a fledgling manufacturing industry in El Paso, but I'm hoping that El Pasoans are willing to support more because we do need more breweries in El Paso.
Is that your honest opinion? Like with Outlook, with everything you've seen lately, we still need more in your
Yeah,
opinion?
we need more breweries.
And why is that?
Couple of reasons. Number one, the more competition you have, the better the brewing will be. Number two, give people more options. Give people more options. I'm not afraid of people opening. Sometimes, another one's coming. We want more breweries.
Competition is good.
Healthy competition.
Healthy competition.
Yeah, because look at what happens. Like, where does everybody get the groceries here?
Pinchy Walmart.
Walmart. It's, you know.
Yeah, we don't. I don't like Walmart.
We want
options.
competition.
Yeah.
We want competition. We want good brewers. We want to push that.
Yo voy el super.
That's super.
Yo voy a Lowe's.
Food City.
Big 8.
In el Food City.
Hey, shout out to Food City.
Shout out to Food City.
Their burritos are freaking amazing, man.
I just had.
So I've heard.
I had 2 the other day, bro. Freaking fire, bro.
Ah, sí, puto. Where's mine?
It's right here, man.
A ver, sácalo, güey.
Hey, back in the day, we shopped in Juarez, so.
Hey, nice.
Those
My
smart.
dad, he has a little dental clinic out there that he runs from Elko, and he'll bring out some S-Mart groceries for us from time to time.
I remember going to
some
Smart with
Sueros.
my jefita, bro.
Yeah.
Like, we'd go.
We did everything.
Like on a
We went to the
Saturday.
doctor in Juarez.
Yeah, hell yeah. So if you guys need any dental work, hit up my dad.
There you go.
Oh, I need to hit him up.
Let's go. Let's do it, bro.
I want to get all fucking like a platinum group.
We've been wanting to, like my lady and I. We've been wanting to, but I mean, we need to find a date we can go.
Let's get it, bro. On a Saturday. I got you, bro. I'll drive you.
Double cheeked up.
I had
On a Saturday morning.
You've been going to Juarez? Have you been out there?
Yeah, I've been. I go.
He goes regularly.
I don't say regularly, but I go pretty often.
Yeah, he's a mule. He's a drug mule.
Shut the hell up.
It'll help us out because
broke
we need
drug
investors. No, so they could easily launder the money here. I'll help us out. So, FBI, not taking anything. So,
Fernie, I have a maybe. I don't know if I should cut this out, but what about the mazapan spread? Like, you know how they have the mazapan spread?
Oh, yeah.
What if you make a beer like that?
well,
Like the peanut butter, or you can't?
well, there's already a mazapan beer that's made by one of our ex partners. Who
Oh,
happens to be my cousin.
oh no!
Okay,
way.
cool.
So
He
he
branched
made
off.
he made the mazapan beer. Basically, it's torpedo butter, but I'm not gonna say anything other than that.
But
I love you, cousin.
But you've seen that spread though, right? The mazapan spread.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. That thing is delicious. If you guys haven't had it, put on some toast. It's amazing.
Yeah, it is pretty good. I've had it
It is.
before.
It's sort of like Nutella.
It's like a
Nutella
peanut butter,
nuts?
but like with just mazapan. It's really good. I'll bring
Oh,
some because I have some at home. I'll
Gotta
bring
be
some.
really
I'll
sweet
bring
then,
one.
huh?
I'll bring
It's
one.
very sweet.
So you can try it out.
Very
It's
sweet.
really
Or
good.
put it on
though.
the rim.
Yeah, I mean you could.
You want to get rimmed?
You want to get rimmed? A ver, prove.
Just see the eyes on this guy. His eyes wide.
Just drink some right way.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I want to try that pumpkin one. I mean not the pumpkin one. The peanut butter.
La
one.
peanut butter. Pues,
Yeah.
Where's my soul at?
But yeah.
Can we get some peanut butter?
Can we get some peanut butter?
Peanut butter.
I was gonna say,
Bring a dog, too.
did you want to get into like what they offer on the menu?
Yeah, I mean,
because I'm curious, and
I'm
I'm
very
pretty
curious,
sure
yeah.
I'm curious, and I'm pretty sure that the
Oh, we had the
listeners will
banh
be-
mi, right? I think it was the banh mi that we had one time.
I had the banh mi with lunch. That time you had the fish and chips.
No, but
Fish and
I
chips.
came after that, and we came after that, and I got the banh mi. I think with Hank.
Did you really?
Yeah, I think so.
I got the bun.
Or did you let
that's
me-
right.
Yeah,
no.
Yeah,
it
we
was,
came with Hank. Yeah.
that's right. That's right.
Banh mi's fire.
you guys
Yeah, we
have-
brought our boss for lunch last time, and,
Oh,
and
okay.
he loved it. I mean, he had the fish and
he
chips as
loves
well.
it. I think he's been here after that, right? He told me he came after
Once,
that.
yeah, once. He
he liked
brought
it a
his
lot.
wife.
We-
Um,
What the goal was to do something sort of similar to BG's Brew House because they have an excellent menu. I don't know if you've been there, and they have excellent beer. So that was kind of like what we were trying to replicate. I think we've done it on both sides of the beer and the menu. Again, it's just like getting
The word out.
The word out, like the fish and chips, awesome. The como chingas chimichangas Mondays.
Oh, you guys had
yeah,
chimichangas?
that's chimichangas on Mondays, bro. Lunch special.
Como chingas
Yeah.
chimichangas.
Tomorrow, dude. So your day off, bro?
I'm gonna bring my girl.
Fish and chips. The burgers are excellent.
Yes,
I
the
mean,
burgers taste amazing, dude.
Mac and cheese was fire. I remember the mac and cheese.
Yeah.
Was fire.
Everyone loves the mac and cheese.
Is it? Do you guys
onion
do like a
rings.
spicy mac and cheese, or is it not?
It's
No,
not-
right?
no, it's
What's
not
the
You know how
spicy?
Crave
It's
does
with
that
brisket.
verde one? Okay.
Dude, one of my, I think my favorite item off the menu is the brunch sandwich.
Okay.
That thing is amazing. It's got some candied bacon. It's got the fried chicken. It's got Swiss, I believe, the honey hot, and the French toast buns. Dude, it's amazing, bro. It's my favorite item. But the cheese fries are good. The onion rings, they look like donuts, dude.
Yeah.
They're amazing. With the verde, was it cilantro sauce?
Yeah, cilantro sauce. Yeah,
That's-
Bitch, I'm getting hungry.
I know,
really
dude.
good.
the
I'm serious,
cochinito
dude.
pibil also is very good.
Yeah,
That's a torta
yeah.
that they make here.
Oh wow.
I think I've pretty much tried almost everything except the salads and the appetizers for the most part. But everything else I've pretty much had. Dude, the kids menu even goes hard, dude. They have like chicken chunks for them, little steaks for them.
Yeah.
Dude,
What?
it's a great menu, dude.
What?
It's a great menu.
Little chunks
Yeah.
Like
of
steak,
what?
like a
I
steak
don't
steak?
know.
Are you
Yeah,
guys open
steak.
tomorrow?
Every day.
Yeah,
right?
we're open every day.
All right, so I'll be here tomorrow with my lady and my girls.
And
If you want to tell the hours for the people, just so
So first, I want to say that Ryan makes mostly everything from scratch. So
everything is pretty much
it's
scratch.
not. We don't microwave stuff.
Do we even have a microwave here?
We don't have a microwave.
Exactly.
Good.
That's what I want to tell people. We have
This
no
ain't
microwave.
Applebee's, bro.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
not
sorry.
allowed here.
Damn.
Edit
Shut
that shit out.
Okay.
So we make our beer, our food like we make our beer from scratch.
Yeah, everything.
So-
The sauces, pretty much everything, dude.
Qué rico.
So it's a lot of hard work that these guys put into it. We have excellent staff that works here. I love our staff. I love our kitchen staff. I mean, they really, really are passionate about what they do. I just hope more people come out here and see the work and see the product that we're putting out.
Definitely.
Yeah,
It's really worth it. I mean, like I said, I've tried. I'm not being biased just because I work here, just because I'm really good friends with everybody here. But like the food, I have never been disappointed, man. I've never been disappointed with any other food that I've tried, like from the top to bottom, dude. The other day, some guy ordered some fries and he was amazed with the rosemary fries, and they're great. They're like probably my best. My favorite side here.
Yeah, you're a
Rosemary
fry guy,
fries.
huh? You're a
I'm a
potato
fry-
guy.
See,
You're a
el
potato
papón.
guy.
I've noticed that.
El papón. I love fries, dude. I love throwing some hash browns in my burritos. Bro, that's my shit.
Oh, fuck yeah.
the other big thing here too is that you see a lot of these Google reviews and how they review people, and it's sometimes really harsh on local businesses. I think people go too heavy, and I don't think
Yeah,
it's fair
Milo, why
because
do you do that?
one
nice.
one bad review can hurt a small business. I could see if they
Exactly.
totally ruined it, but give small businesses a chance. McDonald's and all those other places can't tolerate bad reviews because they have the
Clientele,
market
yeah.
and the clientele. And the other thing here in El Paso, there's very little help for small businesses because the city economic department is always focused on bringing the big franchises, the big companies to come to El Paso.
Big
It's
names,
almost like
big
drug
names.
dealers. They want to
Yeah.
get the big hit. But what I think they should do, what they did in Austin, is focus on your local businesses and make that the backbone of this community. Because imagine if people came to El Paso, okay, we don't have a Cheesecake Factory, but we got, Blazing Tree Brewery. They're excellent.
Yeah.
We got House of Pizza. Have you guys ever been
Oh,
there?
yeah,
Beautiful,
of course.
Wonderful business.
Of course.
And that's, I think, what we should focus on more than anything.
Exactly.
Is let's build. the
You're not
local
wrong on
businesses.
that. That's I feel you on that sentiment. It's really
I think that's
Yeah,
true.
dude.
it's true.
I mean,
that way
firsthand-
they come, then they go back home and they spread that word of mouth. Like, oh man, if you guys go to El Paso, go to this place or this joint.
Exactly.
Because what do we do when we go out of town? Like, hey, bro, like
We
what
try
do you
local
recommend?
shit.
Where-
Local shit.
Local.
Tell me where to go, and you're like, oh, you got to try this local spot.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? So like, spread that word, bro.
And we get people
Definitely.
from all over the world here. We had not too long ago some people from Europe that were traveling.
Oh, wow.
State hitting all the different breweries.
Damn.
They came here.
Was it those
here.
dudes that do that TikTok thing?
Oh, the two Brits in America.
Viking
That they
guy?
went to like Chicos and stuff.
I like those guys. They're cute.
We have those guys. We get people from all over the U.S. that come here, and because we won these medals, we get advertised.
you guys
so
have
they
to
come here
realize
to taste
that.
these beers.
Like it's
yeah.
not just like, oh yeah, the beer's great. No, you guys have
have
like
proof.
a proof.
Yeah, because
Got
I've been
the
told,
hardware,
hey,
bro. We got the hardware.
and that's all I have to say when they're like, "Hey, well, this one doesn't taste good. Hey, we want some metal pub." I have nothing else to say. So you can't. I mean, that's proof that we know what we're doing, and that's one of the things that's sometimes difficult to communicate to people is that it might be El Paso, but we know what we're doing.
Exactly.
It's 20 years of building and working.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir. I did have some people the other day, father and son. They're home brewers as well, and they're from New Jersey. They said they've only been here for 2 years, and that they found out about us through the awards, and they just been a fan, and they were tasting the beers. I mean, I think they had a total of 4 different ones that day, but the dad stuck to his porter. I mean, he loved it. It was amazing.
The,
dude.
the
Like,
big nuts one?
yeah,
Dude, that shit's so good.
It is,
I'm
right?
not fucking lying, bro. That shit's
Yeah.
so good.
It was
the first
all
one I
3 of us
drank.
finished it, right? We
yeah,
finished it.
I finished all
That
mine.
was the first one I
I
finished.
finished all 3. I mean, all 4 of mine.
We have
Yeah,
about
really?
we have
I
about
thought that
90
was cool.
beers. We have about 90 recipes, 90 beers
Wow.
that we've
So-
done over the years.
So, what's your ultimate goal as far as here? How many beers do you want to have on tap on the regular? Like,
Well,
what's your ultimate goal?
We probably want to go back to having 20 on tap at all times.
Is that what you had at your first
Yeah,
spot
we
on
had about
Rojas?
19, 20, yeah. So that's one of our goals is revamping our production, which has been difficult. It has been a struggle. I'm going to be honest with you, financially, to move to this place and not meeting the expectations as far as people coming in and trying our beer, trying our spot here. But that's the ultimate goal, and also to get our beer out there and distribute, because we are distributed by L&F distributors. in
Oh,
El
no
Paso.
way.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. They distribute our beer to restaurants and all that, and getting that revamped again. Before
That's
we
cool.
moved, we had our beer in 40 different locations.
Can I ask a question? And you don't have to answer if you don't want to. But why did you guys move?
A couple of reasons. We had purchased this big system and then we wanted to add the food component. So if you remember during COVID, we weren't allowed to open unless you were a restaurant.
Yeah.
So we got a food truck. I rented a food truck.
Yeah, I remember.
And we created actually my wife and I created the menu. And then we hired cooks to do the food. But after the landlord allowed us for a little while to have it. But once the COVID emergency was over, she made us take it out, and we lost. We went from about 2% food sales to about 30% of our sales were food.
Wow.
And then it dropped. And then, we kind of just grew that place, to be honest with you.
Yeah, okay.
I think we wanted to be somewhere more visible where people could see us more. And then we had purchased the big system. So we had to have a place for it. So that's what the reasons we moved.
Understand.
A lot of people were, disappointed that we moved. I say, you know what? We just had to. It was we couldn't be there much longer.
Yeah, one of the first times that I ever still on the east side. One of the first times I ever had your beer, and this was like a blind thing where I was at a tailgate for the Sun Bowl game, December 31st or whatever it was years ago. This is probably maybe about
Back when it was a New Year's Eve.
Dude, I think this was 2016, 2017, because I was like with my boy White Mamba, like running the streets and shit wild. So I remember we pull up to the tailgate with his coworker because he was right, and he's like, "Hey, dude, this guy has some beer. Like, you want to try it out?" I was like, "Fuck it, let's try it out." And it was the peanut butter one.
Oh, there you
go.
And
it was amazing. I was like, "What? Oh, this is really good." And I was like, "Where's it from?" Like, oh, it's Blazing Tree. I was like, Blazing Tree. I was like, where's that? And they're like, oh, it's off of Rojas, like in a little warehouse type of thing, like a garage. I was like, oh, dope. Right. Like, I was like, I
You're
never thought of it.
You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and then next thing you know, I saw it on social media. I was like, oh shit, like this is a space I was just talking about. And then I had a couple of times. I'll be honest, I never went to the old location because I was never into breweries, but I mean, it's amazing. Like, I fell in love like right away. I didn't know what it was.
A funny story on that because we were in such a hidden area, but people from all over the world in the U.S. would find us like that.
Really,
they could hit, but El Pasoans you would see driving by.
Wait, was it by Jaguars?
Huh?
Was it by Jaguars? Kind of.
Yeah, it's over there. Yeah, no, it's on the Rojas.
They're all like turning down the music.
That was one of our biggest customers were the Jaguars.
Yeah, that's my
really.
Friend,
just kidding.
I was gonna say like, damn, that's
my
cool.
imaginary friend Richie was telling me, he's like, because they told him we're gonna be recording here. He's like, the place over there by Jaguars? I'm like, no, it's moved. Wait, it's moved. He's like, oh, okay. He'll tell me the story. But they'd go drink there or eat, or no, excuse me, just drink and then go to Jaguars afterwards.
So another thing, El Pasoans had a hard time with that. And if you anywhere else you travel in the U.S., most of your brew pubs are in warehouse areas. It's just cheaper and it makes more sense.
Wow.
So, like for example, there's a guy, Petticolas Brewing Company in Dallas. That guy is originally from El Paso. He's won several of these medals. He's an attorney. Which is funny. Snap. The connection is weird because when I was in college, I worked for his father.
Oh, wow. Small world.
For the law firm. And I remember him. And he tells a story how his mom taught him how to brew here in El Paso.
Oh, what the? That's crazy. So that's so cool.
That's
weird.
In fact, he's been
dude.
He's been a big impact in the brewing industry in El Paso, specific to brew pubs being able to distribute. So a lot of people don't know that connection. So it's Petticolas Brewing in Dallas. It's in the warehouse area in Dallas.
Everything is connected.
I got a lot of stories, man. I got a lot of stories.
It's
cool, man. That's good stuff. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
Did you guys have anything else before we dip out? Anything you want to get off your chest? For any stories? Anything you want to,
No, just like I said, the brewing industry. Show up, have fun, try our beers. We'll take. You guys have any kind of beer that you'd like us to make? We also take.
Request kind of thing. Oh, that's cool. I have no idea.
Cheetos.
There you go.
A hot Cheeto chip.
Hot Cheetos.
Hot Cheetos with cheese, fool.
Be a bunch of cholas in here, dog.
We have all the cholas in here.
I'll be here all the time.
Dude, that is so cool.
Getting shot down.
So, are you open to collabs with other people? Or?
Yeah, we've done one with Aurelia's. In the past, we weren't too open to it, but we're more open to doing any kind of collab that comes our way.
Okay.
There's no problem with that. Yeah.
Cool. And then you've also hosted events here, like markets, little farmers markets type of thing, art markets.
Yeah, we do
shows. Yeah, right.
We do shows. We did a comedy one this.
Now we just had a comedy show this past Friday, so thank you for letting us host. That was I thought that was a great night. I don't know how you felt, but it was a great night. It was a good turnout.
It was good.
It was good, man.
I thought the ambiance was really nice in here.
It was. It really was. It felt cozy.
It did.
A bunch of people making out. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
And we, well, yeah,
was that Jaguars? I don't know.
His comedy debut.
Dude, I had my comedy debut.
Yeah.
I mean, it was crazy. I was kind of thrown into it. Like, I didn't expect to do it. It just happened, and I was like, fuck it.
Hey.
I just rolled with it. I was nervous as shit. He was all week. I'm nervous for you. And I'm like, dude, I'm
trying to
good.
freak him out.
Dude, every day he'd tell me,
bitch, I'm fucking
and I'd be like, dude, I'm good. I'm good.
What are you gonna do? What if you bomb? Wait.
And then Friday came, dude. I was nervous all day. My hands were sweating all day, bro.
Did you write down your stuff?
On his
I
sweater
wrote on
already.
there,
I
yeah.
did a little comedy in the past, and I wanted to be a comedian.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, so I wrote a lot of comedy stuff.
Oh,
and
that's
stuff,
cool.
yeah, so
Next time
I
we'll
always,
have you on.
I always have
see.
it written down, man. I always write down.
Hey, can we have another one and we'll throw you on there too?
Yeah, you can
throw
have
your little.
those.
There you go, there you go.
I have to get back into it, but yeah.
There we go. There we go.
That's cool.
But I
Here
do
first. You heard it here
I do it
first.
shirtless,
Hey, that's even better.
I'll do.
and I don't shave.
Hey, and you're gonna have all the tias in here, bro.
I go
That's
old
what we
school,
like.
bro. I go old school.
No shave, no wax. Hell yeah. No, but we, Blazing Tree, visit us 11380 Mountwood, B7, Suite B7,
Sweet B7.
79936 and
La
the
B7.
36. What's up?
La V7.
La B7. Sorry, B7. Sorry, B7.
B7.
Bingo. Hit us up. We're right here near, what is it? On Mountwood, between George Dieter and Treywood, across from Chico's, next to Planet
Yes.
Fitness. You guys cannot, say you don't know where we're at. We're right here.
I was
know?
driving down Mountwood and I was like, oh wait, Barfly isn't there anymore, but then it was something else.
Yeah, they
What was
changed
it
it.
after that.
Johnny Cash?
Johnny Cash.
But it's no longer there.
They're
either,
changing
right?
it to something else.
Oh,
Something
okay.
else. I think this will be great too.
It's-
Yeah,
Is that
but,
where we are?
Yeah,
that's
we're right
where
here.
we're at.
Legit, like
That's
right
where
across the
we're at.
street.
So guys,
Norteado, güey.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're not too
I
far.
know,
The
like,
Target's
you don't
nearby.
leave your house,
We're in a very populated area, so we're good.
So like if you're going to Chico's, come over here because it's just
Dude,
expensive.
it's
so
really
you
good.
can't make the excuse that it's cheap.
Or come here
Exactly.
first, have some beers. come here first, have some drinks, and you get the munchies, and then go to Chico.
Nah,
Or eat, no, eat the food here.
exactly, because Chico's, dude, they close early. You know what I mean? It's whack over
Do
there. I
they?
mean, they close early now, and their prices went up. So if you want some quality food, eat
No,
at
eat
Blazing
here.
Tree.
Yes.
Blazing Tree Brewery.
I'm
Have
gonna
some
order
quality
something
food.
right now.
I'm
gonna
hungry.
take
So
some
I'm
food,
ordering
too.
something.
Anything else we want to get off your chest?
No, that's
No?
it. My shirt, but we're good here. No, just kidding.
Follow us on what's Instagram for Blazing Tree? Is it
Blazing
Brewery?
Tree. Blazing
Okay.
Tree. Blazing Tree.
Follow us, bro.monroe.show.
Correct.
What's that? Is that my note or what?
Nope, it's
Oh.
a blank. I was like, oh, we got a question for you at the end, but it's just a blank fucking page.
And if you come in, let's do this. If they come in and they saw this podcast, we'll give them $1 off a beer.
Hell yeah.
How about that?
Mention
How
the
about
Bro-
that?
Yeah, mention the Bro Monroe
Catch
show.
me outside. How about that?
And, hey, $1 off. Hell yeah. Love it. All right, this has been it. It's been real. Thank you so much for everything. For any,
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, for
pups
anything.
on November the 23rd. Where there's gonna be an event here with the Pups, Pints, and Puro Pinche Minor. We're gonna be hosting the UTEP game against Tennessee, and there's gonna be dog adoptions in the patio. So come out, walk a dog, and get to know the dogs and adopt some pups. Show
Bring
some
your
love.
helmets.
Yes, sir. Bring some helmets. We'll see you guys soon. Peace.
Deuces.